What's going on, you guys? So, unfortunately, my access to PlayStation Network had a hiccup and told me that I needed to sign back in. Thank God for save files. So, let's jump back into this, yeah, and start recording that other hour that I just lost. Thank you, PlayStation. Oh yeah, this. Lord, I just got done with this draft. Go here. Ken, bring you in. I need you to grab a weapon. So I just got done doing all of this. I was about 40 minutes in. And yeah, like I said, PlayStation Network decided that it was going to shut down on me for a moment. I had to restart my console to gain access to the online features again because it just was not allowing me to sign in whatsoever. I have no idea what was just going on here. But hopefully, this next hour will be good to go. I do have an appointment and I have to take my daughter to around 10 o'clock or so. It is currently 1 o'clock in the morning, so that should give me enough time for sleep. I did get a nice little nap in, so yeah. If PlayStation decides that it's going to screw me over again, then yeah, I'll have no choice but to record this another time. But if you are seeing this recording, that means it all worked out. Now I have a massive swarm that's about to come my way, so let's get ready for them. My turrets are online. My survivors all have weapons. Let me undraft and redraft just to bring them all up. No, Edmund. And the speed of time. Thought I corrected it. You coming back up, dude? Nope. What are you doing under? What are you doing down there? Topside. Climb. Thank you. Very good. Very good. So it is going to be a little bit slow. There are a ton of things going on. And let's go ahead and pause real quick, just so I can have a little bit more stability when dealing with this. Need to garrison up all of my robots so that they don't get murdered. I'm also going to garrison these, because they have no combat ability, and they're just, sitting ducks. Especially against these, they have the ability to shoot from their tail. So, I'm very happy that I didn't decide to actually record this section at the end of the last video. Then I cut it short because look how slow this is going. I had time to bring all my bots in, get people situated, and they haven't even made the second turn. No, they made the second turn. These ones haven't, but yeah, they're getting towards the third turn. But look at how slow that is. Okay, I finished my coffee. Just watching snipe. Oh look, there goes the missile. Now this isn't the most that I've had to deal with. The most I had to deal with was around 600. That really slowed my console down. It moved it, I would say it moved about half the current speed that you're seeing here. That's how slow it got on 3 times. And it's a little bit faster with 3 times, but it's still really slow. You can still visibly watch and track the missile. I'm a little disappointed in the performance of PlayStation, kicking me off the network there for a moment. I'm not sure if it happened to everybody, or if it was just my internet hiccuping. It probably was my internet, so I probably shouldn't even be blaming PlayStation. I'm over here like, oh, curse you, PlayStation. Probably my internet, honestly. But yeah, whatever it was, shame on you. Oh, I had a great recording. It was some excellent commentary, which for me almost never happens. more often than not, I can't speak English. Yeah, I know it's my native language, but for the life of me, I can't write a sentence. And there's a specific reason for that. I'm not sure if my mic is cutting in and out. I am going and stepping away since this is taking its sweet time. I'm gonna go enjoy some medicine. Yep. Hopefully, I don't sound robotic, but smoke it if you got it. No, assuming you are of age and that it's legal in your state, smoke it if you got it. If it's not legal, then don't even bother with that nonsense. Although I do hear here in the United States, it is being reduced from a Schedule 2 to a Schedule 3, which the Schedule 3 doesn't nearly have as many restrictions as the Schedule 2, and obviously a Schedule 1, that's the hard stuff. That's the really controlled substances. So it's getting a little bit more lenient. I wonder if they're ever gonna bring back hemp clothing. I mean, the Declaration of Independence is written on hemp paper, and I don't know if you've noticed, but the Declaration of Independence is still there. You take a piece of paper that we have, that whatever they do to make that paper, you break down the fibers and form the sheet. Those break down really easily and really quickly. That hemp paper has been through some things, and it's still in good shape. Still in really good shape. Granted, it is in humidity controlled and light restricting areas, as those both will cause degradation. You know, light damage, water damage. Yes, light damage is a thing. You leave something in the sun for a year and compare it to something that hasn't been in the sun for a year, and you will see the effects of light damage. It's a real thing. But yeah, hemp paper was longer lasting, more durable. Same with hemp clothing, they were more durable. But you know, the big cotton, you know, it's like we have a product that degrades faster, which means people are going to need to buy it more often, which means we can make more money off of it. Why is it always the good things that get shoveled underneath for the things that degrade faster? What's our society trying to do? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Yeah, I understand that you're going to lose a little bit of money, but I mean, how much money do you need? I make do off of $4,000 a month. No, I don't have a Ferrari. No, I don't have a yacht. I don't own an aircraft of any kind. Do I care to? No. Will it make me feel better about my life? No. But some people, you know, their downstairs member's so tiny that they have to, you know, I've got to have 2 super yachts. Mark Zuckerberg with your little fucking inch dick. Gotta have 2 super yachts and an aircraft and a this and a that. So I understand you have money, but you know, how about you do some good with that money? There's a whole bunch of organizations out there that could benefit. For instance, child cancer, or cancer in general. Yeah? And then you gotta have 2 super yachts and hoard all your money. You know what, when you die, who are you gonna have to give it to? Your kids need all that money? Effectively, all you're doing is breeding future generations in your line to be lazy, to mismanage, to not know what it is to struggle. Because it's that struggle that gives you the desire to make that money in the first place. And like I said, I make $4,000 a month. It's not a whole lot by any means. I'll scrape by at the end of the month. But my daughter has everything that she could ever want. I have everything that I could want. Which is why I don't care if this channel becomes monetized or not. I don't even have any plans for it to be monetized in the first place. Now, my VA disability, I'm only allowed to make X amount of dollars a year, which is like nothing more or less. But yeah, unemployability sucks. The VA's like, oh yeah, we're going to pay you at 100% disability rating. We're going to give you that 100% rating, but at the same time, we're going to make sure that you can't work. Well, maybe somewhere down the road I can fight it. Honestly, with the way everything's going right now, I'm lucky to even have it. I had to fight for 12 years. Has it already? No, it's been longer than that since I've been out of the service. Hold on, I've been with my wife for 14 years. How old am I? Ew, that's scary. I've been out of the military for about 18 years. Fuck, I'm old. Oh shit. I lost track of time. That's not good. I've been out of the military for 16 to 18 years. Good God. 18 years, because I got out in 08. It's about to be 2006, so right now it would be 17 years. Jesus. That's a scary thought. Now, some of y'all know, you younger generations, now some of y'all know why some of us older folk, it scares the shit out of us, because it's like, I've lived twice as long as you, and you're just starting adulthood. Y'all are still babies. You don't even know. Like, by no means am I even, fully matured. And I'm almost 40. Yeah, I feel more of an adult than I did then. Then I had no idea what I was doing, honestly. Join the military and let them tell me what to do because I was still trying to figure it out. Unfortunately, I was never able to figure it out. Disability. I got hurt while over there. It happens. I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it. Shit happens to people. You move on with it. My childhood was pretty rough. Most kids' childhood's pretty rough. But the having the tism, and not being put in the well, I guess I didn't need to be put into those special ed classes, mainly because I'm a high functioning, low support, meaning more often than not I can hide the fact that I'm autistic until you hear some of the shit that I say. Yeah, there's some tells. If you pay close enough attention, be like, this motherfucker has autism. It's like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I've got as my wife says, we've got the ADHD, the autism ADHD brain. Yeah, it's interesting. The two conflict with one another so often. I think that's why I'm always sitting here like, God damn it, brain, just work. I think it's just spending too much time trying to combat itself. It really is. It's spending way too much processing power trying to figure out which it wants to do. It's like, do I want to have ADHD or do I want to be autistic? Like, figure it out. Yeah, that's why me and names don't do very well. I can talk to you, know you for a year, speak to you every day, and still forget your name. But damn it if I can't remember your face. But names I'm horrible with. Absolutely horrible with. Though, like I said, faces, got no problems with. Directions. I'm amazing with directions. Excuse me. Uh-oh. I just noticed something. Simon, before you go and work out, Can you turn off the power, please? Thanks, bud. Perfect. Yeah, go ahead and hit the gym. I think I'm gonna add everybody. They're gonna have their own like personal gym, and I'm thinking maybe their own food. Maybe. I'm not sure how much room I want to give them. So I'm just thinking here, if I were to knock out the ground floor walls here, I could increase the floor space. But then how would I do the bedrooms? I guess I could have larger rooms. Just make this block right here be a bedroom and leave maybe 2 for the walkway, which would expand it out by 3. No, 4. Give them 4 more space on the upstairs. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time thinking about what I was going to do with the rooms. I've got all of this up here planned out, more or less. Once I get the walls and the ceilings up for the next floor, all of these are getting put up here. The workstations are getting moved up there. I'm adding more space for these down here for when I need it. Like obviously I need more space for wood already. So that was going to be the first thing I was going to add in. And then as I needed it, I was going to add it. I was going to move all the food and stuff upstairs. And then I was going to make the downstairs like a recreational area. And then I was going to move the bedrooms up here. No. Not sure. Because, as you can see, I don't need a whole lot of space here. So I'm not sure if I want to put bedrooms off in this back section, which I totally could. Totally could. I'll split the rooms up a little bit. I could put a room here, I could put a room here, a room here, a room here, a room here, and a room here. And then, on top of that, those rooms are significantly larger. I wouldn't need a staircase for the second floor. But I mean, honestly, their bedroom's already big enough. How much room do you actually need? Yeah, that's the problems that I have to work out. I'm probably just gonna leave their rooms over here, and then in the future, potentially, have a couple rooms off to the sides, or I don't know if the compound is the right way to go. And by that I mean there's just a lot of dead space that's not being used, really. It's just walking space. And more or less preparation for something that's probably not even going to be on the roof until another 4 years from now. So with that in mind, I think my next playthrough, I'm definitely going to build smaller. I'm going to build significantly smaller. So what I'm going to probably do with my next one, this is probably going to be about this size right here. I'm going to have a building for just my storage, okay? So just that right there. And then I can layer it so that that's on the second floor. And then maybe, since it's inside and under a roof, I can leave 2 walls open for the bots to go in and out of. Nah, I'll just have it all, hooked up like normal. Just the square here. And then I can stack that one on top of that. Give everybody their own houses so that they're not butted up next to one another. And then I can build a community eating facility, which could double as the recreational hall. And probably kill like all of this space here. That space would be gone, all of this would be gone. All this serves is just stretching the structure out. Giggity. And I'll let them die naturally. Okay, so the roof is coming together really good now. And honestly, this is about where I got kicked off. I think. It was right about here that PlayStation booted me off last time. Yeah, because she was just getting done with this, and I was like, alright, nice, we just got done with half of this. What the hell happened? Why'd I get kicked off? Yeah, it's a little disheartening. Because in the last one, let me discuss what I had already talked about in the last one. So, as you can see, my structure is massive, and I don't want to have a bunch of these all around. So, it is an excellent idea, and an excellent suggestion, which I will employ in my next playthrough. But because I built too big, I don't want to have a bunch of flags everywhere. I'm going to build a lot better in the next one. More simplified. Maybe a better trap system. And since they go back and forth, maybe I can layer it around my entire structure and just have one entrance. We'll see. Yeah, the next base is going to be significantly better structured. Like, for instance, all of my food's like way over here. I don't have anything here. So I'm going to find something a little bit better. Maybe double my power saving, not the power. The power's doing great right now. I could run everything, no problems, but I'm playing it smart. Well, as smart as I want to play it. Yeah, more storage for sure. Yeah, I do plan on compacting the actual facility in my next playthrough, which that'll happen when everybody's either dead or my console can no longer run the game. Whichever comes first. It's probably the console not running the game. You saw what my defense did against almost 500 bugs. They got over to here. They got halfway done with the trap. Halfway. They still had all of this to do, and that's when the turrets are really in range to put in the work. So I think we're going to be good for quite some time. 500 bugs, halfway, mostly unassisted by the traps, besides this beautiful rocket turret. Other than that's just survivor damage and trap damage, which these traps are amazing. They don't cost electricity. If one breaks, it's just a couple scrap to fix, which we've finally been able to get a handle on the scraps. I found a ton of stuff over there. But more or less, I would say majority of my resources have been farmed. I'm having to wait for meteorite strikes and ship debris to come down as I farmed up all of my metal, more or less, except for what I found over there. It's all farmed, all my metal. Still plenty of wood. I can regenerate wood, not a problem. Stone, starting to run out a little bit. I'm having to go further out from base to find it. Go up in the hills and off in the distance. So we're starting to run out of stone. Everything else regenerates. The animals will come in, over and over. All the plants I can reharvest and regrow. Even if they all were to die off, I can plant more. But my metal and all that stuff, it's starting to get really slim. Thank God for expeditions. I forgot to send out that expedition. Oh well. Oh no, so that wasn't where I got kicked off, because this right here is still it's not completed. Right when this one gets finished, that's when that's when PlayStation booted me. So probably here in a little bit. Let me see, how long have I been going for? So it was about 35 minutes or so when they kicked me off. That's unfortunate. I could have been recording something else by now. That would have been my hour done. Hop back over to Borderlands. I've been having a blast playing that game, you guys. I mean, you might not be able to tell it in my voice. I might not sound all excited, but you guys have no idea. It's mainly because, I record at night, try to keep my voice down, and, respect for my wife and my daughter, and the fact that, my being awake in the middle of the night shouldn't be their problem. So I do try to keep my excitement down as much as I can. When I get excited, I get really loud. Really, really loud. And there we go. That's when I got kicked off. Right there. Boom. Gone. Done. But I've been having a blast playing Borderlands. The Siren class is amazing. I have 3 different playthroughs that I'm working on for the Siren. The other 3 classes, I just made them, skipped their prologue, and that was it. You saw in the first episode, I was an Exo Soldier, which I have since switched over to Siren. The dog it's really cool. The dog is awesome. And then I've been doing a melee build, throwing knives and melee enhancement for me and my pet, movement speed enhancement, and overshields. So I'm trying to generate overshield, more or less be a tank that has amazing survivability. So far it's doing pretty good. On my cousin's playthrough we're playing on hard. I play on hard on all difficulties, but we're playing on hard, and him and his son on split screen, they'll go down, and I'll go down because I start lagging out because I'm connected to them in their split screen. When you're split screening on the game, it adds so much more lag. Get my survivors under there. Yeah, I start lagging out. And that's when I'll go down. Other than that, my shields and everything, they stay overcharged and everything's just, good to go. Come on, Ken. Hurry up, Vincent. Y'all need to book it. I guess Edmund needs to sleep. I'll let him get a short nap. But as soon as the animals come in, he has to wake up. There, he got a short nap. Now you can get back over here. Come on, Ken. You can make it. I know you can make it, Ken. Hurry up, Ken. Hurry. Run, Ken. Run. You can make it, buddy. Come on. Come on, Ken. Come on, Ken. Run. Nice. Oh, he fainted just as he got inside. Perfect. Not perfect because somebody's going after him. Uh-oh. Turn the power on, quick! Turn the power on, you bastard! Oh no, the power is on. Don't touch the power, you bastard! What's going on? Who's fighting? Oh, my robots are fighting. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Oh no, I lost one of my battle drones. No. No Ken. Downstairs. Let the traps do their job. Wait, what's going on here? Are you serious right now? So some of my traps are hooked up? I'm not understanding what's going on here. I guess turn them on. I thought they were on. But apparently they weren't. Okay, which ones aren't on the circuit? That's annoying. Circuit 1? Yeah, circuit 1. Look how much faster all that died. Alright, now I need to make sure that everything's on circuit 1. Can't believe I missed something and honestly thought that that's the reason why everything was turned on. Oh, that broke. Oh, that's not good. Alright, let's get these repaired and salvaged. That needs to get fixed. That's absolutely nonsense. I wonder if Simon can fix this. Oh, Samantha's on it. Okay. Wherever Samantha's at. Samantha? Samantha. Repairing drone. Okay. Well, see if Yoko can repair it. Repair that, Yoko. Everybody going to sleep at 7 o'clock in the morning. How to be a teenager again. Pulling all-nighter. What are y'all doing? Yeah, let's get the Air Force after him. No, not the Gulch. This is our hands and the Shriekers. There we go. Now that the switch is back repaired, everything turned back on. Back repaired. Now that the switch is repaired, everything's turned back on. That's what I was trying to say. As you can see, I can't speak English. Native language. Yeah, right. Sure. Go ahead and punch you as you're trying to go and attack my boy Ken over there. Can't have that. And he's got to work. There. I'll harvest a couple of bugs, but other than that, I don't really care about them. I have bigger fish to fry. Nearing completion of the wall and ceiling, however. I'm really happy about this. What malfunctioned? Nothing, because they've been repaired. Perfect. Really excited about this. You guys have no idea. Once all of this is up and I get that ceiling on, it's more or less, the beginning of the end. And that's when I go stupid with the turrets and my power just stays above and beyond all of my necessities. It's great. It's so good. Hell, I might even be able to add in some of the automated smelters. Well, more of them. And all the other things. Get those mass producing with the automation and the robotics. And then we reschedule my people. No longer will they work full days, as there will be nothing for them to do, more or less. The robots will take care of the food, I'll turn off all of their work, and they'll just have time to play video games and lounge around, smoke, and man their turrets, or their defensive platforms. So that'll be their only job. Sit at a gate, watch it, go to bed. I mean, the robots already handle majority of it anyway. They're out doing the mining and the cutting alongside the survivor. They're handling the furnaces. They're doing all my heavy lifting for me. Now I wonder, am I going to get another copyright for the in-game music? Which I don't know why, but I've been getting those a lot more. It's not an actual strike, it's just a copyright because of music being played. But yeah, this song right here, apparently this is like the live version of it, the live recording, instead of just, them in the studio recording it. This was actually a live performance, or at least that's what I heard, or something like that. And that's why it has copyrights attached to it. It's so silly. Let's create video games and let's add music to it that they can't turn off. And then when they want to record it and upload it, we're going to hit them with the copyright so that we can make whatever money we can off their desired platform. Well, the joke's on you because I'm non-monetized. I don't make money. So good luck getting the money that I don't earn. The joke's on you, buddy. And the thing is I could have 100 billion subscribers, which there's not even that many people on the planet. Speaking hypothetically, obviously. I could have 100 billion subscribers, and I still will not hit that monetize button. Nope. I'm not in it for the money, I'm not in it for the fame. I'm in it for the enjoyment, the social interaction. Because me being a recluse, a shut-in, I don't like to get out very often. I'm not too much of a people person. Like, I don't like talking to you face to face. My autism gets in the way, like the eye contact and all that. I know people like looking at each other eye to eye when they're speaking. I don't like eye contact. And, there's some awkwardness and anxiety and whatnot in the face-to-face interaction where I could do this right here all day, not a problem. Even if our live streaming, there was some anxiety there, which is why I don't do it anymore. I can do this all day. The comment section's not a problem. I actually prefer communication through like text message in general, so that right there already squared away. But the whole aspect of talking, I'm not overly fond of it, not used to it. I keep to myself. Well, at least until I had a wife. I keep to myself, keep my mouth shut, and I do me. I mind my own business. And the less people in my business, the better. But when it comes to a video game, you're not really in my business. You're in the game's business. And I'm just here for the ride. That didn't sound right for some reason. I don't know. My brain's not working. The autism and the ADHD are fighting one another again. Go figure. Those awkward siblings. I don't think they're ever gonna, make up. They're always going to fight each other. Think one thing, say another. It's weird. And then I'm sitting here like, did I really just say that? That doesn't sound right. Yeah, it's my awkward brain. Honestly, my brain needs to be studied. That way people can, figure out how to not have this happen. Let me see, there's still a bunch of bugs on my roof. I don't like that. I don't like there's a bunch of bugs on my roof. But at least somebody's rebuilding those drones finally. I needed that done. Alright, so Samantha's back to work on the ceiling. I cannot wait for this to get built because this is really annoying. I've been contemplating pausing the rest of the roof. I mean, it's almost done. So, I think I'll just let it carry out. And then I still have a bunch of work on repairing the wall still, as you guys see. That's where, well, I do have a decent amount of stone, I guess, from tearing apart the old structure. I am getting a hefty amount of stone back, plus I also sent out a ton of bots for stone. Or I went out and got a bunch of stone and then the bots brought it back. Again, my brain doesn't know how to formulate the proper sentence that it wants to say. Yay! Nice! Physical 8. What's he doing to get that? Mining? Mining. Okay, cool. Mining increases physical. Cutting will increase physical too. Edmund's unarmed. Not for long. What I have in your hands? I guess another sniper rifle. Oh, that means everybody's weapons are going to start degrading and falling apart here. I'm really going to have to step my game up on the weapon creation. Or send out for more missions, something. Yeah. I love the fact that the lightning charges the batteries. You have it all connected up. It hits one of those, it charges your battery. It's phenomenal. Just free power. This one's ballsy bot. It's out in a thunderstorm. Nearly done though. So do I start building up the second floor, or do I finish off the ceiling? Options. Choices need to be made and made soon. Or if I put up the next portion of the wall, that won't be nearly as expensive as repairing the rest of that over there, or swapping it over. So I could get a little, then it would be worthless because then it would just be a wall in my way. For instance, Samantha climbing up like that, it would just be a wall in the way. Alright, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do the flooring, the ceiling. I'm going to do that first. And then I'm going to build up the individual rooms. One at a time. Working from the outside in. That way I at least have a little section to put my turrets while I'm working on the roof and such. But I'll do one at a time. Then I'll put a little section for the turrets, get them all swapped back over to the right circuits, set up correctly, spaced out, and move on from there. Mm-hmm. However, I think I'm going to add some more flat cannons to the sides here and remove them from the front. I'm going to move the flat cannons off to the flanks. And then have majority of the turrets that are, well, all the turrets that are going to be shooting in, I'm going to have those on the front line here instead. So that means we're going to be adding in more turrets. However, I'm going to have all the materials that I'll need by that point, hopefully. Hopefully, because this is expensive stuff. I'm going to need a ton more scrap and a ton more metal. I'm not going to lie, we need a lot of metal. A lot of metal. Gasoline I've got plenty of. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of metal. Lots of metal. God, it's gonna suck. Considering I barely have any scraps as is. But I think it's like 3 for the ceiling. It's not a whole lot. So I could take that 10 and turn it into like 4 pieces of ceiling almost. Oh no, my day-night sensor broke. Oh well. These things do happen. What time is it? I should probably think about going to bed here soon. I do have to take my kid to her doctor's appointment at the hospital tomorrow. I'm not sure what they're doing. I think it's just another blood draw. And then next week, the doctors hopefully will say that we're in remission finally. The doctors keep using the words technically in remission. They use that sentence exactly. She's technically in remission, but we want to wait until her meds are, have completed their cycle. More or less, we've used all the medication. And then they will declare remission. But as of right now, we're just waiting for these meds to get used up, and then we'll be good. And after that, there's a 2-year maintenance period, more or less, where the appointments aren't as frequent. They're not weekly. They're like monthly or bi-monthly or however often they want to do them, but it's not every week. But once we go into that phase, it's just a 2-year wait period, observing, making sure it doesn't come back, making sure that it stays gone. And then she gets declared cured or not. I cannot wait for the doctors to say you don't have to take chemo anymore, because she loves her hair and she hasn't really been able to grow it because the chemo stops all that. There's spots where it's growing a little bit, and then there's spots where it's all falling out. Speaking of, I probably need to cut my hair again. Yeah, it is getting to the point where I can grab it, so I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow when I get home. I'm supporting her through shaving my head. My wife's friend's also doing it. She shaved off all of her head. She's almost not quite a skinhead, but she's got about as much hair on her head as I do right now. It's barely able to be grabbed. So really cool friend my wife has. Even though for the longest time she hated me, I've grown on her. Two more walls. And she didn't understand PTSD. Now she does, which is why we're cool now. She thought I was, gonna kill her. She thought that I was gonna lash out, and she didn't understand that there's certain triggers that I'm not always just in kill mode. This is how the army puts it. They brainwash you to react and think later. Come on, finish these last 2 walls. You know you want to. Come on. Come on. Finish those 2, please. Preparing fortification. Reconstruct stone wall. No, finish that. That's what I want done. I'm tired of seeing it. What are you reconstructing? Something that he's doing? He can take care of that. He's got it. You get to that, Samantha. Number 1. Number 2, good job. I guess you can go over to that one. He's going to take care of the solar panel. And then that'll get done. No, it won't, because I'm not going to have them do the solar panel. I don't need the solar panel done right now, Vincent. Work on the ceiling for me, buddy. Okay, she can go do this fortification, then she can take care of it on her way back. In the meantime, you will be needed here. As like I said, I'm tired, sick and tired of sitting here looking at a ceiling not constructed. You ain't done, dude. What you doing? Reconstruct. You can play the handpan another time. Work. Alright, cool. He's doing the reconstruction. He skipped out on lunch. Hopefully now with the 2 of them, this is going to get finished. You're working from the underside. Okay. I mean, that works, I suppose. Hey, at least it's getting done, right? Yeah, at least it's getting done. Come on, just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Come on. Come on. Even Rita's getting in. She's like, oh, it's almost done. Let me help. Make it look like I was doing something. Come on, one more. Huzzah! Okay, so time for over here. So probably do like that portion. Stone ceiling to concrete ceiling. And then same thing over here. Get it all lined up. Stone ceiling. Wait, what? So I can't do this one? Interesting. Uh-oh. The power's turned on. Let's get the bots back in. Take a look at my time. And realize that I might have enough time for this. If I unpause everybody now, draft everyone up, get them inside. Hurry up, people, come on. Hurry. Hurry. Come on, Ken, sense of urgency here, buddy. Sense of urgency. That means now, Ken. Hurry up. Oh, look, some metal I missed. I'll be darned. Don't mind if I do. What else have I missed? That and... Sorry, grab that guy. What's going on? They're not attacking already, are they? No, okay. Now they are, though. Uh-oh. Ken's about to die. Hopefully the anti-air will take them out long before then. Which is why I want to have a section over here. Let's go ahead and speed up time. As the flyer says, more or less been neutralized. They wanted smoke. They got the smoke. And fast forward. These don't know what they want to do with their lives. Like this way, that way, this way, that way. I don't know. I'm confused. But very nice. All of those were taken out rather quickly. That's what should have happened the last time when I thought everything was active and it wasn't because one thing wasn't on the circuit. Yeah, that happened. For Samantha. Samantha needs a weapon. Some sort of weapon. Let's go for some of these basic weapons here. They're just going to degrade and not really be used. Let's use some of these weaker things. So keeping that in mind, I might start creating like some bows and arrows just to equip them to my survivors so that I can, draft and whatnot and have them go where I want them to go. Yeah, it's something to do. I'm gonna have to remember to do that in the future though, because it's not gonna be in this one or the next one, but it'll be soon. Okay, I'm running out of time. Send in the army, send in the Air Force. The army. Kill off some of these back here. Come on, hurry up, Air Force. There. Alrighty, guys. That's it for this one. Finally got this half of the base completed. Now we just got the next half. What I'm going to probably end up doing is breaking this in sections and doing what I need to do with it. So getting probably this section up to here completed, get that one room done, get turrets moved up, and then just slowly move towards the middle. I'm not sure if I'm going to tackle it from one side or if I'm going to do it from both sides. Do one side over here, then do this side, and then one room at a time from either side, but we'll see. But I'm going to get it done, and we're going to get this next floor put on. I'm going to leave a little bit of room for me to put on the turrets for that area, and then we're going to have those are going to be on the edge, mind you. And then I'm going to set up the solar roof. And we'll be good to go on power from then on. I'll never have to worry about circuits or anything ever again. It'll just always be operating, never to be repaired. If you guys enjoyed this one, smash that like button for me, please. It really helps with morale, helps with the channel. Even though you might not think it does, it does wonders. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, it only makes sense to hit that subscribe button, continue to follow the individual series that I have here. It's not just this game that I play a variety of games, from Borderlands, shooting games, to racing games. I play it all. So there's bound to be something that you enjoy that I'll play eventually. So it only makes sense. Other than that, you guys, that's it. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. You guys take care and you stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Later, guys.